Hi everyone, it's Roxanne. You're watching another Supernatural review, and this is season 7, episode 9. How to win How to win friends and influence monsters. Got it on the first try. Obviously, I am a little delusional right now, and I have a reasoning. I just got a cavity filled, and half my face is still numb, and it feels numb. Like my cheek is like up and stuff, and they're like, no, you look okay, but like, look at this. Like my cheek is like, I'm like numb on this side. Oh my god, I think that's making me a little bit delusional right now. So we're gonna see how this goes. I used to like never get cavities, and then I was like 22 and they're like, you have cavities, and now I have another cavity. So this episode was like kinda a so-so episode. I did put it like on the worst list for now, but I actually don't think it's gonna end up on the worst list because it's like the bottom of the worst list. And I just kind of felt like I don't know, like sometimes, you know, if it's a good episode I put it on the good list, and if it's a bad episode I put it on the bad list, and then if it's an okay episode sometimes I don't put it on the list. And so like it was a little bit more of an okay episode, but it was like leaning towards a bad, and since it's still a little bit early in the season, I was like, let me just put it on the bad list. But I really don't think it's gonna end up on the bad list because it wasn't like too bad. In the end, it was like very serialized. So like this episode is a lot to do with Leviathans, and we finally got the hamburger, which is something I always remembered about Leviathans, is like this hamburger. And so it kind of makes sense, like the Leviathans, like they love eating people, like this is what they do. So what they're trying to do is like make people like bigger. So that's what they're trying to do. And so of course, like it makes sense when you know how they're gonna figure this out is one of the Winchesters is gonna eat one of the hamburgers, and it just makes sense, it's Dean. And so even though, you know, like it's a serialized episode, like they're doing the Leviathans, but like, you know, it's episodic tendencies. But like if you had asked me, like it is serialized. But I mean, it is funny with like everything with Dean, and like there's some like funny lines that everyone remembers, like something about with a sandwich. I'm forgetting the line now, whatever. I mean, there was parts of this episode that felt a little bit boring. It also like kind of took me off guard because they like they know this thing about like the cleaning supplies. So like, why aren't they using them more? Like I feel like they know this and they're just like not using it that much. They had that thing with like the eating itself, like bibbing yourself, which I bet you like some writer in the room like came up with, and then they were like, oh my god, my face. God, guys. Some writer in the room came up with it, and they're like, okay, let's put it in. And so it's like a unique idea that like, you know, the show could have done without it, but they did it. I don't know what else to say about that. There's a lot of Bobby this episode, and I feel like there's been a little bit more of him lately. And I just felt like as this episode was going along, I was like, wow, there's like a lot of Bobby. They're doing a lot of Bobby. And that's because I didn't freaking realize. I didn't realize that this is the episode. So that episode ends like Bobby being shot in the head, and like we don't know how bad it is, but like it's bad. And I think then the next episode is gonna be like the whole Bobby dying episode. Part of me like forgot that it was this early, like in the series. Like this is only, it's not even halfway through the series. Obviously then they didn't know that they were gonna have 15 seasons of the show. But it's kind of crazy because like up till then, like even with like all cast and stuff, like I still feel like Bobby's been like the third mainest character. And it's something that's like, I mean, we'll probably talk about it more in the next video, but like, why did they decide to kill Bobby? And it's something where, you know, not just Supernatural, but I feel like a lot of shows, when like a character is about to die, they like, you know, do all these things. Like Bobby was more heavily in this episode, he was like fighting more. So they like do all these things, and I should have seen it, I guess, in a way. And so I don't know if it's, I don't know why it's because we're like letting go of this character that they show it to us more of this character, and like makes us feel more emotional and sad because they're letting go of this character. Like I don't know. I mean, like Supernatural has this thing about like killing off a woman, and it's like, why are you killing off this woman? And I feel like in past reviews I've been critical of like just the deaths and the killing and the people like that. And so I mean, maybe I'll be able to figure it out more next episode, but like, why do they feel like in the Supernatural universe they wanted to kill off Bobby? Like, why did they decide to do that? I feel like if they didn't want to use Bobby as much, they could have gone other routes. But I feel like it's, I don't know, it's really like they didn't want to use Bobby that much, and that's why he was killed off. Like, I really don't know the reasoning of not having Bobby there. He is a character that other than 17, he's like in every single season. So like we will see him at least one episode every single season. And that's something we do keep consistent. But I just like, I don't know, like I feel like when I was watching it and like thinking about the episode afterwards, like it didn't really get into my mind so much about like why did they kill off Bobby. But now that I'm doing this review, it keeps getting into my mind, like why did they kill off Bobby? Like why did they decide to do that? Like I don't understand it. It's also something where it's like he got shot, like it's not like even like a crazy way anyway, but I mean they do have a whole episode about his death, so I feel like it's a proper send-off than just like him dying, I guess. But it is still like, I don't know, I don't really get it. And maybe the episode would have been better if they didn't have this be his end. I don't know, guys. I don't know, we're gonna see. I'm gonna end it here. So I think just like a little, like not looking forward to the next episode, but knowing we have to do the next episode. And hopefully maybe it'll explain some answers. And again, like, I don't know, like this episode was funny at times. And Supernatural does that. Supernatural does that when it's about to be like really sad and stuff. They do some funniness. I mean, it wasn't over the top funny. Like I felt like it was right. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to end here. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.